Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Soccerisma. I am Charisma. Nice to have you guys back here again. This is Friday the 13th. Guess who's playing Freddy? Anyways, guys, nice to have you guys back here again. Friday the 13th. We know what happens on Friday the 13th, but we pray it doesn't happen. Anyway, so this morning we have a little match reaction. There's a lot of interesting friendly games available. I mean, anybody can make their pick of the matches they want to watch today. As always, you know that we love sports on this channel, and whenever we get the chance to, we like to watch our African footballers and promote our African football, especially. So today, there's a match between South Africa versus Eswatini, and there's also a match between Saudi Arabia and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But personally, I'm going to be watching the Super Eagles of Nigeria versus Saudi Arabia match. There's a host and a lot of matches that you can also check out. There's also very interesting matchup between Japan and Canada. There's a lot of matches, guys. But personally, I'm going to be doing a match preview on the Super Eagles versus Saudi Arabia. So now, apparently the two teams are on very different trajectories, and they will have to meet up in this friendly to get themselves up to speed for their next games that are coming up. After this match, I think Nigeria has a qualifiers match coming up, but they have to actually prove that they are ready and can handle what is coming ahead. So now let's do Saudi Arabia team news. Now Saudi Arabia, the Green Falcons as they are called, are on a 6-game losing streak and have only scored 4 goals in their last 6 games. There's a deficiency in their attacking lineup, and they'll obviously be looking to avoid a 7th consecutive defeat. Now what can we deduct from this statement now? Apparently, the Saudi Arabian team have been struggling to score goals, but I know this is the same team that produced a shock result against Argentina in the World Cup, right? So I'm definitely sure we can expect a little bit of magic from them, and there's no way I personally would be writing Saudi Arabia off in this tie. But let's see what happens. It is football, like we always ask, and anything can happen. So real quick, guys, if this is your first time on the channel, I drop my personal accumulator tips, and we also do match reviews and previews, and also we drop our sporty content from time to time. I ask that you join us, or join me rather. Hit like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you can get updates like this daily. So let's jump into today's business. Sorry, real quick, our match prediction for today is already out on the YouTube channel. Do well to check that out. So let's go back to the business. With the records and the defense, it's definitely possible that Super Eagles can score more than 1 goal. But hey, let's see what's going on in the Super Eagles camp. Now, the Super Eagles, on the other hand, Nigeria, are on a 3-game winning streak so far, and they've scored 10 goals in their last 3 matches. But we also know the quality of opponents they have come up against. To be honest, they came up against some really, I wouldn't, for the lack of word, I'll just be factual. The teams with very poor defenses. So let's see what they can muster up in this particular match. That is why I'm making a preview on it, because I am excited and I want to actually watch this particular matchup. So let's see if the Super Eagles will continue their good form against Saudi Arabia. Now let's do some team news now. Saudi Arabia, Salim Al-Dawasari is the team's top scorer, and he is the key player to watch. Now there's also somebody making his debut for the Saudi Arabia team, and his name is Eid Al-Muwalad. So let's also watch out. I'm sure those guys are very potent, especially Salim Al-Dawasari. He's a very, very potent attacker, and he might be looking to get some goals in this particular match. Now let's do Nigeria's. So that's their danger man, Salim Al Dasawi. So Nigeria's danger man, obviously we know, is Victor Osimhen. He scored a hat-trick in the last match and is now the country's third all-time leading goal scorer. I said it one time on this channel that Osimhen is definitely going to break the goal scoring record for the Super Eagles, and it is marked, set, and on the way. I believe at the rate he's going, it is very, very achievable. But then there's some bad news from the Super Eagles camp. Taiwo Awoniyi is sidelined. He has a slight injury, but the Super Eagles attack is evolving into something very scary because the replacement is also a very, very informed footballer in the name of Victor Oko Boniface. Finally, I think it's a chance for Victor Boniface to get his full international debut, and he's been doing some very great things in Bayern Leverkusen. He scored a lot of goals so far this season. I expect him to grab his opportunity with both hands and deliver. So now my prediction for this match is Nigeria are obviously favorites to win because of how potent their attack is. But we should also not forget that Saudi Arabia, like I told you, are one of those teams that are capable of pulling off some shock results like the one we noticed against Argentina. Do not forget that. But personally, I think it should end in like a 1-2 win or 1-3 win for Nigeria. I mean, probably 1-2, but let's see. So I think Nigeria should definitely be scoring at least one goal or more against Saudi Arabia. You know the Saudi Arabian team are obviously struggling to keep clean sheets, guys. They have lost their last 6 matches, do not forget that, and have only scored 4 goals. Nigeria, on the other hand, are in good form. They have won their last 3 matches and they have scored 10 goals in that time. And you know the number of attacking players the Super Eagles have. I mean, Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Samuel Chukwueze. It's definitely going to be a very, very busy night for the Saudi Arabian defense because there's a combination of pace, tricky, and actually technical know-how in that lineup. So guys, I am expecting to see all of your predictions and match comments. How do you think this game is going to end? How do you think the match is going to go? What do you think the score line is going to be for Saudi Arabia versus the Super Eagles of Nigeria? I hope you're definitely going to be watching this match. And don't forget, guys, our picks for today, our accumulator tips are out on the channel. Do well to go check that out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe.